What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Maxwell LeVan podcast. I'm your host, Maxwell LeVan. Funny how that works. It's like my podcast. But to those of you watching on YouTube specifically, you guys have noticed that, yeah, you can actually see me now, which is an improvement, because last time it was just a blank screen, just the audio. For those of you listening, no change, but here I am. We're back. And this is, I would say this is our first real episode. I don't know if you agree with me, but last episode, I recorded it. It was 10 minutes, which this one's probably not going to be much longer because I don't have all the time in the world. But, you know, I wanted to make this. I wanted to make the podcast because it's just something new. It's something different. Like, man, who else is doing this? And yes, obviously, like you guys have seen, we're going to cut and we're going to edit a little bit because, I don't know, it's not a matter of, oh, it's not going to be clean. It's just we probably are going to ramble a lot and you're not going to see that. And if we, get up to get a drink or take a break or whatever, I don't know. It's just not the most efficient thing to just show everything just for watch time. No, I'm not like that. We got our computer here, we got the setup, we got the lighting. I feel like this is a good location to do it. It's a little bit different than what you guys normally see. We're just good, throwing in a little bit of contrast. Those of you listening, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a brand new podcaster, so what that means is I'm not very good at, first of all, staying far away from the microphone. There we go. Second of all, like, I'm probably, for this episode, maybe a couple other, I'm gonna probably say, oh, look at this, look at that. I'm working on that too. I'm not gonna try to do that at all. I'm not gonna say, oh, look at my shirt, look what's on the screen, because you guys that are listening feel spited. You're just like, oh wow, he's forgetting about us. I'm only thinking about the YouTube audience. No, I'm not. Although like 80% of you guys are watching this on the YouTube channel for the Maxwell LeVan podcast, I realize there's still hundreds of people listening on other platforms, other listening platforms. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to do my best. And without any further ado, we actually have a guest today. We actually have somebody else going to be on the podcast with us, with me. It's going to be great. Don't think because this is the guest, this is just, oh, he couldn't get anybody else, so this is who we brought. No, okay? No. She's a legend, okay? She's done some stuff with the channel, but most of all, like, she had been here literally my entire life. That is, of course, my mom. She's been, supportive of what I've been doing, and I feel like she has some very strong opinions on some things. So let's bring her in. Actually, she's here right now. We are joined now by the legendary mom. How's it going? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing all right.
Legendary.
Legendary.
Okay.
True legend. I mean, you gave birth to me. Like none of this would exist without you. So I figured that's
I was one component of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that was a good reason to have you as our first podcast guest. Because nobody else, not gonna lie, nobody else is available today.
Well, I'm glad to know that I was a first resort.
You were a last resort, but you're also, I had you in the back of my mind. I was like, you were on the list. Like, you were on the top 10, which is
top 10. Okay.
Maybe even top 5. I don't know. Just real quick, what's it like for the viewers and for the hundreds listening? What's it like living with me, knowing how impulsive I can be, and like the vlog life never stops. Mm-hmm. What's that been like for you?
Well, it's kind of schizophrenic, I guess. Sometimes I'm super proud of you and I want to like just hug you and kiss you and get a tear in the eye, and then other times I get really angry with you and I want to shake you until your head comes off and I get a tear in the eye there too. So,
Just like the times when I come outside with the huge pickaxe that I didn't even know we had, and that pumpkin. Yeah. Hey, can you come film this real quick?
Yeah, that would definitely be on the list.
That's on the list. Not the worst thing. I mean, I've tried to jump off the roof before. You didn't let me do that though.
There's got to be a line.
There's got to be a line.
There's got to be a line.
Yeah. We've agreed before on a lot of things, including some big conspiracy theories that have been going on, right? Yeah, gotta love this. We've always joked about the moon landing being fake, mm-hmm. and all that. Like that's been a running joke. Not really a joke, but we've both
running philosophy.
Yeah, we pretty much both believe that. Like, quite honestly, I don't think we land on the moon. I don't think we ever have. I don't know if we ever will.
Don't you think that it's kind of sad that if we had, we just didn't think it was cool enough to like ever go back? Like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
A one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the moon. Been there, done that.
I've talked to people at NASA though, and they said, it's just expensive. I'm like, okay, NASA makes like $6,000 a second, right? And they could afford it in the 60s. And
We spent a lot more on a lot less.
Exactly. We just landed on Mars a couple days ago. Like, give me a break.
$1 billion enterprise.
Yeah, give me a break, all right? And also, I'm not even going to get into this.
Or did we?
I might a little. That's true. We had this, we joked about it a couple days ago when Insight landed. We were like, yeah, that looks just like our friend's backyard that works at NASA. Yeah.
That looks like Utah.
That looks like. Yeah, I'm not even going to really get into this, but if you look up Neil Armstrong boot and then look up footprint on the moon, they're completely different. Like, NASA swears that this one boot is the boot that was worn on the moon. They also swear this picture is an actual picture of the footprint. I'm like, do some research before you make those promises, because
At least comparison.
yeah,
Do a
it's
comparison.
inconsistent. Like it
Well,
doesn't.
and I think a lot of people too talk about the cinematography angle of it as well.
Exactly. How
The
can you?
lighting, the angles,
How
the
can you? Yeah.
camera manning. I mean, the whole everything.
Who is the cameraman? Who is Neil Armstrong's cameraman? If you're a round earther and you believe the moon landing was real, give me some proof. Give me some proof, because they say, oh, it happened. It happened. It was on TV. I saw it. Okay, first of all, no, because who filmed it? Who took the first step on the moon to run out there 100 feet away and take the shot of the thing landing and him getting out? Who did that? People say, oh, there's an arm on top of it with the camera. So you mean to tell me that the camera, the little GoPro guy from the 60s didn't fly off on a rocket ship? And no, it wasn't, because we saw the whole pod. So it's very they didn't think it through all the way.
I'm pretty sure it could just be debated endlessly.
Yeah, I mean, the government has lied to us before. Like, what?
No.
Like,
Say it isn't so, Maxwell.
like, I don't see any exceptions. Also, I know for a fact 3 of my teachers at least are listening to this right now. I'm sorry if I offended anybody by stating the truth, but it is what it is.
Did you cross the line?
It is what it is.
You crossed a line.
I'm not going to call out any teachers, but
Sadly, I don't think you can really do any worse in some of your classes, so it shouldn't affect that.
yeah, that is also very true. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe you'll get extra credit.
Maybe I will. Maybe if any of my teachers out there agree with what we're saying, you'll slide me some bonus points. I don't know. But this is a fun first podcast. Like, it's not anywhere near over, but I want to segue a little bit, just a little bit, and what's been going on lately with the Flat Earth Society. And they've been talking a lot. They've been tweeting a lot. They're verified on Twitter, actually. The Flat Earth Society they have the blue check mark over something that obviously, I agree they should be verified, because the Flat Earth may or may not be real. I don't know.
Well, I don't think that matters, really, whether it's real or not. If a lot of people believe it and decide to create a society, and they're a group of people.
But I mean, come on, you can't give them the blue check just willy nilly. Oh, they got a lot of followers. They got 68.5 thousand followers.
But really think about it. In a free speech enterprise, do you really have to agree with it in order to verify and check it?
I mean, I'm sure Twitter people are flat earthers too, but even their
What if it
profile
was
picture.
a society that only liked chocolate ice cream? That's debatable.
But see,
not everybody likes chocolate
debatable.
ice
But
cream.
if it's debatable and it's not like a person or an actual company that is legit, I don't know. Since 1865, their bio says encouraging the spread of ideas and free thought since 1865.
Well, I think that's what the whole flat Earth thing is trying to maybe evoke in people.
It's trying to stir up stuff and
No,
trying to get us to
maybe
talk
it's
about
trying
it.
to spread the ideas, like they said, a free thought, thinking, like you said, about the moon landing,
Yeah, maybe.
not being a sheep, and maybe thinking a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe flat Earth is some sort of euphemism for reading between the lines.
That might be true. That might be true.
I guess we'll never know, unless there's a Flat Earth Society person listening, in which case,
Hit me up
yeah,
at the Maxwell LeVan.
settle that.
We need to settle that. So my boy LP recently got involved actually in this, and
Is that Logan Paul?
yeah,
Is that-
yeah, you're pretty good with the lingo.
Hey, vlog life.
Yo, the Daily Dot says
The
Okay.
Daily Dot.
that's the name of the. Have you heard that before?
No, I read actual publications by
actual people.
Legitimate.
Well, they're verified too, so I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say. Logan Paul might have just given yet another reason for people to think he's a fool, or perhaps even worse, that he's ungenuine. The YouTube star appears
Is ungenuine a word?
I don't know. This is the Daily Dot, not me speaking here. This is all in quotes.
That's not good grammar.
The YouTube star appeared as a surprise guest at a Flat Earth convention late last week. Paul, in a speech, said he believed the Earth was flat. Pretty, like, out there for him. Like, he pretty much put his whole brand on the line by conforming to this belief. He said, "I consider myself a man of truth, someone who hates being ignorant." Like, okay, I could just stop reading right now. What, is ungenuine a word? You looking it up?
Among some less educated speakers.
Wow. So yeah, Logan just kept going on to say, "Oh yeah, I've been believing it all along, blah blah blah." So that might be ungenuine. Like, maybe he's just trying to
Please don't say that.
be the next big thing. He said, I guess I'm not ashamed to say my name is Logan Paul. I think I'm coming out of the Flat Earth closet." That was followed by a mic drop, and he left. So
Did he literally drop the mic?
he literally dropped the mic and
Oh.
came out of the Flat Earth
He's so
closet.
obnoxious.
It kind of, but I mean that's the brand. So what do you think of people also making jokes about is water wet, and like which came first, chicken or the egg? What do you think does chicken come before the egg?
Well, I
Egg.
have chickens,
We do
and
have,
they lay eggs.
we do have chickens,
And I had the chickens before they laid eggs.
but they were eggs before you got them.
No, they were chicks.
But before you got them, they were eggs.
Yeah, they were. But it was before I got them. So for me, the chicken came first.
Yeah. All right.
For me, the chicken was first and then the eggs.
The Flat Earth Society, if I can cut back in real quick, their pinned tweet. As most of our regulars will be aware by now, YouTube celebrity Logan Paul has recently attended the Flat Earth International Conference in Denver and publicly voiced his support of the Flat Earth movement. Like, wow.
Well,
ungenuine.
So now I'm a little all right, now I'm interested because I a little while ago did not care at all about the Flat Earth Society and their
But now you see the blue check and
Well,
you're like, oh,
no,
okay,
because
okay.
now I'm wondering if they actually is their platform that they do believe the Earth is flat, or are they just, like they say, encouraging the spread of ideas and free thought?
No, that's their foofy little bio so they get verified. But no, their actual tweets are like hardcore. At the time of publishing the statement, TFES
No, that's
has
Logan
not been in
Paul's
contact
stuff
with
again.
Logan Paul, and we have no intention of offering him membership or otherwise affiliating with him, blah, blah, blah. That's all they talk about.
You know what? I think that's what it is. I think they may not genuinely believe that the Earth is flat. I think they just want you to think and question things.
They retweeted a tweet that said, it was looking out of an airplane and just showed the flat sky. It said,
Oh, I didn't see no curve.
I didn't see no curve from my flight. At what point does it start magically curving again? Hashtag flat earth. You know?
I think they should be the grammar society.
Grammar police.
They need to work on that a little bit.
They really do. Yep.
Well, I'm all for free thinking
Yeah, me too. I mean,
and spread your ideas.
dream big,
in a
all that
constructive
stuff.
way. Yeah,
Dream
yeah,
big, go for it. But
Who
I don't know
makes it?
about pledging your
What do you mean
allegiance.
is water wet?
Like, is water wet? I don't believe in pledging your allegiance to the flat Earth. So is water wet? It's
You
something.
actually are pledging your allegiance to a flag of the United States of America.
No, people pledge allegiance to societies.
Yeah,
they
but
like
not-
physically like pledge their allegiance. I don't know. I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm
Which
a patriot.
makes me
Let's
wonder
go.
why we don't have an Earth flag.
Because we're not all one.
We're one planet.
We're one planet.
Our planet should have a flag.
We should be. The human
There
race
should be a national, an international competition to create a flag for the Earth.
I'd win. I use the Team LeVan logo. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, like if we could all stand together as like one human race, then it would probably work. But we never gonna be able to do that. So I don't think it's gonna work.
What, having a flag?
Having an Earth flag, yeah, they're gonna be like.
But that
burned.
could be the unifying thing.
The flag,
Well, the whole process of creating that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pitch it.
We
Hey,
should.
We said it first. The Maxwell LeVan podcast. Okay, quote
Right
us. Clip this, guys. Flat Earth Society. You guys are probably gonna clip some of this already. Go for it.
Yep. Although then the question really would be, are we going to show the image of the planet on the flag, and is it going to be round? I mean, then that would be the controversy.
It'll be a 2D
We'll
circle.
do a flat, scored. You know how they do when they unpeel it?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it looks Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We will definitely do that.
That'll kind of appease
So yeah,
everybody.
what we're saying about water is wet. So it's pretty much, people want to get scientific with it, but really it's just like, is water wet, or is water what makes things wet? Like, so if you look up the word wet, hopefully nothing. Covered or saturated with water or another liquid. Now, notice it doesn't say just water. It doesn't say,
Or another liquid.
or another liquid. So if you dump,
So what's another liquid?
if I dump milk all over myself, I am now wet. But if you
there's
have,
milk. Well,
if you
has
have a
water.
bottle of water, the water inside of there is not wet. It is what makes things wet. The one molecule of water in and of itself is not wet. But once you surround it with other water molecules, then it becomes saturated in itself. That is wet.
Well, it says covered or saturated.
Saturated. So like if I have one water molecule sitting here on my finger, that is not wet because it's not surrounded by itself. It's just one. But then if you get a bunch of them together,
If you can see it on your finger, that's more.
no, you can't see a water molecule though.
But how are you going to know if you have one water molecule
No,
on your
I'm
finger?
just talking hypothetically. Like if you have one, like on a petri dish under a microscope, one water molecule, then you dump a whole bunch more in there, it became wet. But it wasn't wet.
This is a lot.
Wasn't
of
wet to start with.
thought about that.
We will leave you guys on that note. You have anything else you want to say? Really?
I don't know. Now I'm really.
Anything you want to plug? You want to plug your Instagram,
Nope.
your son's hottest merch in the game, anything like that?
No.
No.
I think you got that
Oh,
pretty well
you think
covered.
I got that? Yeah. All right. You guys can catch this podcast probably more than once a week. Maybe you think we should do more than once a week?
I guess you should just see where the Flat Earth Society platform here. See where the wind takes you. Free thinking. If an idea comes to you.
Yeah. Also, congrats, to my boy Ninja. He just hit 20 million subscribers, so that's a huge milestone. Congrats,
Ninja.
Congrats, bud.
Good job.
Yeah,
That's a
good
lot
job.
of-
That's a lot of million subscribers.
That's a lot of millions. That's
Also,
a lot
thank
of
you guys.
miles.
Thank you guys for the obviously the constant support on the channel and all three of our channels. We actually have 3 channels. This podcast should be available. I didn't know. It's on Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher and Google Play.
Stitcher?
I've never heard of Stitcher before, but they send me an email like, "Hey, your podcast is now available here." I'm like, "All right, bet." And so bottom line, we're out here and more podcasts coming soon. So make sure you stay tuned, subscribe.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, nope. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being our first guest.
I'm glad that I was your last first resort
Yes.
because it's kind of an honor ish to be the
Yeah.
last first resort.
I mean, I liked having you on. You had some nice approaches to some things.
Oh, really?
Maybe sometime if I'm like
Bored and desperate?
if I'm down a person, I
Yeah.
might say, "Hey, I might hit you up. Hey, oh dang, all my tags are ranked for my new video." I'm sorry, I was getting a little sidetracked.
You're super sidetracked
Super
right
sidetracked.
now. This is, the
Just
schizophrenia
looking through
part I was talking about.
Looking through some comments on my new video I just dropped, but all of my tags rank.
What does that mean? It ranks.
So it's got. I'm not trying to. I said before you came on here, I'm not going to try to point or show anything because there's people listening that they're going to feel like deprived of the experience.
They're going to be disengaged.
And I say, "Oh, look what my shirt says."
Yeah, I feel you.
So, there's tags you put for the video, right? Like words that you want people to
Yeah,
find.
I know what
and search.
tagging means, but I don't know what-
right? I have like usually 10, 15 tags per video, and next to it, I have a program. There's a little green number. It'll say 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I see little green numbers.
That
on all
is
of those
when
things.
that is when you search that word. Deleted my video is that number in rank. So if you look up the word Y, WHY right now on YouTube, my video is number 3.
Really?
If you look up deleted, my video is number 3.
Mom.
Right? If you look up Instagram deleted, mine's number 3. So that's pretty cool when your videos rank because that means that you're going to get more clicks, which means more
Ticks?
views, which
Clicks for ticks.
Clicks for ticks. Okay. I'm gonna leave you guys on that note. I will see you guys. Well, you guys will hear me soon, hopefully. Like I said, we're available. Download us on Spotify and iTunes. Give us a 5-star review if you wouldn't mind. Maybe leave us a nice little review. Rate us 5 stars. If you're not going to rate us 5 stars, just don't bother rating us because 5-star.
The quality of the guests it can't go up from here.
Exactly.
So
Like
this
I've
is
set
kind of a baseline.
I've set the bar super high. So if you guys want to be on my podcast, like a guest, and like you personally, like we know each other, you got a lot to work up to. But I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, fam. Peace out.